so many jobs that you have no people to do them. And that's what happened in the past. Because in the past, during the colonial times, how did the Banyarwanda come here? Banyarwanda and Burundi. Here in Central, the people who run around that they are Baganda, many of them are our Banyarwanda people. How did they come? They came because there were jobs here which had no people to do them locally. And that was during that time in the colonial times. Because Uganda is so rich. That rich economy which the British had created, the one around coffee and cotton, it had no people to do jobs. So people came from Rwanda, from Burundi. That's how they came here. If you go to Kayunga, there is a whole sub-county called Busana. It is populated by our people from South Sudan, called Kuku. They are the ones who are there, the whole sub-county. What did they come to do? To work in the sugar cane, mainly. And the attraction was this ritual commercialization by the British of coffee and cotton. Yeah. If you go to Jinja, you'll find there so many non-Basoga there, Jinja town. How did they come? They came just because of the few factories that were there first, because of the electricity. So, we can create jobs by turning the hydro land, which we are misusing, for called a chida chonka, working only for the stomach, going commercial. This is number one. Please. I listened for the message of the workers, I didn't hear them, and they are all NRM, nobody mentioned that. I didn't hear you saying, you as NRM has said, I didn't hear. So since I didn't hear, I'm now telling you, because I'm here. Because this is the time to bring out our manifesto in these meetings. What is our medicine? I am firm for this medicine because it has worked. And where people have listened, it has worked. So I have no shyness to firmly tell everybody that this is the way to go. And we can't go on wasting time. The second sector that will create jobs is industries. This one we have said. I said in the campaign, this is what I was saying all the time. Industries, factories. And I told you in the campaign that the factories have created now 700,000 jobs. These are the ones Yomok is talking about. Yomok is saying that because we have got more workers now, we should have more MPs for the workers. Then we should end up with a rally rather than a parliament. You'll have to go and meet at Kororo as a rally. These 5 seats were simple because the Werike, he's a worker, but he has been elected as a Mungoko. Is that not what I heard? Yes. The other 5 seats are just do you know that I'm a Christian or you don't know? You know when I was baptized in 1947, I was very young, but I could follow. Mr. Kaguta carried me like this. I was 3 years, but I think there was a crowd. I was going to be 3. There was a crowd, a child of 3 may not. So Kaguta carried me, and then this fellow put some water here. And in the Nyankore he said, Akanaka vonera kaharo guru, akarukore kensu no rango, This is an outward sign to show. I can't translate Runyankore in English because English is very poor. And Sonorango, I don't know how they translate it in English, to show the whole world or something. Huh? All and sundry. Oh, okay, that's what it that I have entered Umigana ya Kristo, the Exumo cha Kristo. The, how do you say it in English? Huh? In English, what you get about here? The Exumo cha Kristo. The flock. Okay, the flock. So, the 5 seats, Ryomoki, were just the water they put on me here. How much value was in the water? Not much, but it's a symbolic recognition. But we cannot say, but because you can move to the mainstream, like Werike did. You can go from this special interest to the constituency. So the constituency expands because it is the mainstream. The other one is just symbolic. Otherwise, the seats will be too many. But the second sector where jobs can be created is industries. I was looking at the figures of 1969. How many Ugandans were working in the factories? I think there were only 36,000. You go and check how many Ugandans were working in factories in 1969. Only about 30-something thousand. But now, 700,000. So this proves that if we get more factories, we shall create more jobs. Because we have already gone from a small figure to a big figure. And the services, the sector number 3 is services. Hotels, transport. There, before the corona, we were at 1.3 million. Then 4th sector is ICT. Ebyuma bya kalimagezi. So, if you grasp this, then everybody, every stakeholder should be working to if you have a difference, you point out that no, here you are wrong. There is another sector which you have forgotten. You tell us exactly, why don't you push this? If this is correct, why don't you push it? Why do you go on? Now, if it is not correct, what have we forgotten, or what should we change? Because the issues you are talking about are simple tactical issues. They are not strategic issues. You are talking about the strategic issues.